There we are. Hello, everybody. How are you this morning? I hope you have had a wonderful week so far and are enjoying a good cup of coffee. I know I need mine every morning. All right. So, welcome to our mini masters series, our short bites of material and topics that are easy to digest and work on during the week with our busy schedules. So let's continue our theme, and today we are going to be talking about identifying your ideal client. Okay, so let's get a bit busy here. So welcome again. I'm really glad to have everybody here. So this week, we are obviously going to be diving a bit deeper into one of the most critical steps in growing a successful business: identifying your ideal client. So knowing exactly who you serve, their challenges, how to best reach them will help you shape everything you do in your business, from your messaging to your services. So last week we talked about mastering your niche a bit. And today we're going to build on that by focusing on who within that niche you are best equipped to serve. So let's get started. All right. So what is an ideal client? Okay. Your ideal client is the person who not only benefits most from your services, but also aligns with your business on a much deeper level. So they share your values, understand the value you provide, and are willing to also invest in the solutions you offer. So an ideal client energizes you and helps you grow your business sustainably. So it's not just about what you can offer them, they offer you something as well. So in business, it's not really about serving everyone. We've talked about that wide net. It's not about that. It's about serving the right people, the people you can most help, and who also appreciate your expertise. So I have a bit of a workbook here. So let me get that out here for you. Maybe. Here we go. That's the one I want. Okay. So, Align and Thrive series through our mini masters. Okay, so identify your ideal client, where to focus your energy. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the ICA and ICP. So an ICA is an ideal client avatar, and an ICP is an ideal client profile. So we're going to talk about understanding the transition from an ICA to an ICP, okay? So this is the workbook that I have created for you guys, and this link will be available after we are finished for you to be able to pull this up. So just follow along for right now. So what you might be thinking about is, we've already covered the ideal client avatar before. Why does everybody keep talking about this in the niche? Why is this so important? We talked about this during my workshop, right? Ideal client avatar. So let's clarify the difference and why the ICP is crucial to your business, okay? So your ideal client avatar, is primarily about knowing who your customer is in terms of demographics, behaviors, and general characteristics. Okay, so it helps you understand their external attributes like age, job, location, income. And then this is great for crafting messaging and understanding who your audience is on the surface level, okay? Who they are as a person. However, the ICP, ideal client profile, goes a bit deeper. So the ICP is about understanding your client on a strategic and emotional level. So it's more about the business side. It helps you identify where they are in their business or life journey and what specific pain points they're facing now and how your services can provide the solution they need. So the ICP focuses on more internal motivators and challenges that drive their decision-making process. So while the ICA is about understanding your client as a person, the ICP is about understanding the business context that they operate in. Okay? I like to think of the ICA in terms of a character in a story or in a movie. Okay? So, think of it that way. Who they are, as in, like, you know, where does this character live? What is their job? You know, where do they go every day? What do they do online? Just in general, okay? What are their motivations, desires, challenges? What keeps them awake at night? These are the things that I think of when I think of an ICA, okay? So it's more of the person, a character in a story, okay? The more detail that you put into this, the clearer your messaging will become, and your ICA is the person you're speaking to every time you create some content. So the ICP though. Now here's a worksheet for you guys. So you need to identify the external characteristics of your ideal customer to guide marketing and messaging efforts. Okay, so this is really just a simple recap of some of the ICA worksheets I've given you before, the ideal client or ideal client avatar. So this is just more to get you thinking about it, to maybe update it, because we are always refining. It is not static, it is evolutionary. So it is always moving and flowing. And as we get feedback and KPIs, we revisit this often to make sure we are still relevant to our audience, that we are still serving them, okay? So fill this part out first to get a general idea of that character. Now remember, this character is based off of real data from your business. So while it is a fictional character, it is a, you know, made up client, it is your ideal client, your perfect client. This is what you're looking for, okay? So let's talk about transitioning from ICA to ICP. Okay, so the difference. What is the difference? Okay, so let's think about that for a second. How are they different? So the ICA helps you talk to your client, your potential client, while the ICP helps you design what to offer them. So you talk to them as a person, but your offerings should give them a solution for their life journey or business needs, depending on if you are targeting business clients or people in a certain journey of life. Okay. So the ICA is great for your marketing efforts, but the ICP shapes your business strategy and offering. That's the difference. So you talk to the person, the emotional side of the person, you talk to the person, but you offer solutions for their business or journey. Okay. So for example, the ICA will tell you that your ideal customer is a female entrepreneur in her 30s who's starting a small business. Okay. That's useful. But your ICP will tell you that she's currently struggling with scaling her business, managing time, and balancing work-life balance. So that deeper understanding allows you to create services that directly solve those problems, whether that's maybe a coaching package on time management or a masterclass on scaling a business, okay? So in essence, your ICP allows you to offer solutions that directly meet their needs in their business or life journey than simply just marketing to the broad audience. Okay? So think about your own business. Have you identified your ICA, but are still working on your ICP? Share that in the comments with us, and I would love to hear back on those who are doing this. So in our workbook, we can see here that we have just a little recap on the ICA and ICP. And this is a really easy way this is, in my mind, this is exactly how I keep them separate. ICA tells you who your audience is in general terms, while the ICP tells you what they need right now and how to solve their specific problems. Okay? So you use the information of that character to build on and focus on actionable solutions. Okay? All right. So let's look at our worksheet here. So these are some of the key points that you're going to want to think about in the ICP. So the first one was in our ICA, how old are they? Where do they live? What do they like to buy, right? Here, we want to know what industry do they operate in? How large is their company or the team they're working on? What is their revenue range? Revenue range as in how much do they make in a salary, or how much revenue does their business earn? Depending on if you're servicing a business owner or somebody who's just in a life journey looking to improve. What budget do they have for your services? Okay. That's a good one. This falls into part of our niche as well, part of our 3 pillars in our niche. So decision-making process. We want to know how they make their business decisions or their decisions for their journey. So who is the ultimate decision maker in the business you're servicing? Or who is the ultimate decision maker maybe in their journey in life? Because sometimes, I'll use myself as an example. So I'm married. And in my personal life, me and my husband, we have an agreement on basically finances, right? Number one argument in families sometimes, right? But we have an understanding about this. Basically, we have a general rule that up to a certain amount, we're pretty autonomous. We don't really have to talk to each other about certain things. We're pretty autonomous that way. But when a purchase or something that would affect other people in the family is larger, that now no longer becomes just a conversation for me. This now becomes a conversation for us as a unit. So you need to be aware that some of your offerings might not just include the person you're talking to. It might include a partner or spouse. So this is where you need to find out who the decision maker is, okay? So in this case, it would be beneficial to make sure that everybody understands the benefit that you are offering, okay, the solution you're offering. Is the purchasing process quick or complex? How long is their buying cycle? So is this just going to be a one and done, or does this need extra approvals? Spouse, partner, maybe higher up in a company, maybe you're servicing. For example, I also own a online tutoring company, an online teaching company. And sometimes we offer corporate courses. And some corporates offer tutoring services where their employees are given a certain budget, right? But they need to get it approved. So is it going to be that person buying that service where I have teachers in my staff? So where one of my teachers they're just going to buy a package and go? Or do we need to send some type of proposal to the company so that they can sign off on it and is paid through the company? So is it simple, complex? Okay, and that does happen. Sometimes coaching services are covered under certain policies and groups with some larger businesses, or sometimes they seek you out for maybe some type of group coaching, right? And is it going to be as simple, they just pay you, or do you have to do a proposal and it has to be signed off on? What factors drive their purchasing decisions, right? So Is it the billing cycle? Is it their buying cycle? Is it having to do with a certain type of time in the year for some type of revenue cycle? Okay. And we have challenges and needs. Okay, so we need to identify some really specific challenges here. So what are the main challenges your ideal business client faces? So what are their challenges? Hiring, that's a big one. You know, do they struggle with hiring the wrong people? Not being able to hire the right people. They're struggling with maybe price point. For example, I helped a client of mine, a solopreneur, a teacherpreneur, went solo, and she was a little hesitant about raising her prices, yet her business model was not sustaining her. Inflation. And I told her, I said, tell them in the next business, the next renewal of their packages that your prices have increased. You have not increased your prices in over a year. She was very worried about losing clients. And I knew her price scale already, and I knew that she had plenty of room before it became a question, because I work in that field. So she sent out notices to and these are long-term customers. She doesn't raise very often, to be frank. And all of them came back with, yeah, no problem. You're a great teacher. We understand. And it wasn't an issue. And all she had to do was just send out the letter and say, our prices will be increasing with the renewal of your package due to inflation. We have not raised prices in over a year. And this is the new price. Please contact me if you have any questions or concerns. Very simple, direct, just telling them the facts. And people are very reasonable about this. It wasn't an issue at all. And she was within her market value. And they saw the value in her services because she provides them all the time. They know the value in what she offers. So it was basically a no-brainer. Scaling. Are they having a hard time reaching the next level? So what is the problem that they're having? You can apply this to somebody's life journey as well. Are they having a problem reaching a goal? What's preventing them from reaching that goal? What obstacles are they facing? Is it time management, right? Is it organization? So how does this problem impact their business? So what is the negative impact from that problem on their business? Loss of clients, loss of income, unable to break into a new market, life journeys, right? They're not reaching their goals. They're having setbacks. Maybe it's causing some emotional distress. But it's also important to know what they've already tried and didn't work, and maybe why it didn't work. Because sometimes it doesn't work because it wasn't properly executed, okay? Or feedback wasn't taken into account. Very good. Okay, so this helps you and your clients focus on what they can solve and makes your offers more attractive, okay? So here we have our workbook. I'll put it back up to 2 pages for you. All right, so this is the ICP. So as you can see, when we were working on the ICA, this was more personal. Age, location, income level, education level, interest in hobbies, buying behavior, maybe some personal challenges and frustrations, okay? But when we moved into the ICP, we wanted to know, how does that character, that ideal client, the character we have created from real data, now we translate this into how does that affect their business, and what solutions for their business or journey can you provide? Okay, so this is a big deal, really, because a lot of people think that all we need is the ideal client avatar, and that's a wonderful starting point because that's who your messages go to. You want to evoke the emotion and the connection in the person by providing messaging to that person that's relevant to that person, okay? So that's why you need to know who they are. Your offer, and I keep harping on this, but your offer needs to be focused to the solution they're looking for in their life. whether that be in their career, their business, a transition, or a journey. So you're messaging the person by offering something over here. They're very connected. But this is also where people get confused, and usually it's why they're not able to reach their market. Because they're only talking to the person, but they forget that the solution is over here. And we need to go from talking to the person and bringing them to why this is important. And that is where the disconnect usually resides, okay? So, get down here. All right, so let's just do a little recap. ICA, surface level understanding. Demographics, interest for shaping marketing and messaging. ICP is a deeper understanding for shaping services and solutions to meet this client over here. Okay? All right. So let's... Okay, very good. Okay, so what if my ICA and ICP overlap? How do I ensure my ICP offers deeper insights? Okay, so it's okay if there's overlap. That's life. Life is messy. There's never really a divide, right? It's very rare that we have like this really clear divide, okay? The difference is how you use the information. Again, the ICA is with your messaging, while the ICP is about what your services and solutions are, okay? So if your ICA and ICP feel similar, just take a step back and ask, what specific problem am I solving right now that my ICA doesn't capture? All right, so just take a step back and you have to really think a little bit deeper, okay? All right, so thank you for joining me today for our mini masters. I look forward to seeing you guys next week for our AMA, right? Where you can ask me anything, and after you go through our worksheet, which I will be dropping the link to, so you can get this wonderful solution to this issue for you, and you can work on it. All right, so as I wrap up today, I just wanted to say have a wonderful week. Don't forget to join our Facebook group, the Level Up Lounge, and I look forward to see you guys next week. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.